'cause I know that it's something real. Gonna say how I feel, 'cause I know that it's something real. Hey, hey. Gonna say how I feel, 'cause I know that it's something real.
How was it? Point at the map, then we'll get there somehow. The sky ain't falling, let's get out of this town. Our time is vital and we're making it count. Doing what we can to show them who we are now. Okay, 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 yeah, yeah. Let's show them what we're made of. Let's show them who we are. Okay, 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 yeah, yeah. Don't aim for the clouds, we gotta shoot for the stars. We got tonight, yeah, yeah, we got tonight. We got it going on and we're feeling alright. This is our time, okay, now it's our time. We're doing what we want and we're feeling alright. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey everybody, hi. It's good to have you here. Hi Deidre, hi Gloria, hi Joanne. Yes, Deidre is so right. So don't, I put this up. If you did not watch Sparkle's video, go watch it. Man, rough February and then to get hit by a scam. But she caught this, at least thought twice, and she made some phone calls and she did the right things. Yeah, not, it's not easy when you get hit by a scammer. Yeah, so what she has to tell is very important. And I'm going to take one of these out of my ears because it's playing back into my ear. So I hope that everybody's been having a good day today. I was watching a couple of videos, but we actually this morning, that's why I'm kind of in this. This morning we were getting ready to go for a walk, and I said, let's go someplace rather than just walk around the neighborhood and just get in the car and go. And we were going to go to Olalla, which is, okay, so every place to go anywhere for me that's just not like a local park, even the local park is 20 minutes away. Every place is a good 45-minute drive because I live so far out. And so we decided that we would head out. We were going to head to Olalla, which I'm on the southwest side in Puget Sound, Case Inlet, and Car Inlet is on the other side of me, and then up toward the top of it, and then around, and then looking north basically toward Vashon Island and towards Seattle is Olalla, this little town. And decided I wanted to go up there because one of the gals in my TART group was saying something about a place that is going to be available to show art and do art stuff. So we headed up there, but there was a dog park on the way. And so we took Aldo to the dog park. Oh my gosh, he had so much fun. He ran and scampered and ran and scampered and ran and scampered and played like he was the biggest dog in the park, even though there was ones that were several times his size, but he still acted like the biggest dog in the park. It was great. It was very great. Hi, Donna. Yeah. So good to have you here. So anyway, so the trip to the dog park, then we went on down to Olalla and on little roads that we don't normally go on, and ended up just running all along these roads that run all along Puget Sound, and beautiful views and everything. And I had my camera. We'd stop and take pictures once in a while. Found some places to go hiking later, put them in our little book to hike. Ended up needing a lunch. And we ended up down in Port Orchard at a place called Whiskey Gulch Cafe and Coffee Bar. Well, nobody was drinking coffee at that place today. Hi, Nathan. Yes. And yes, you late making lunch. Well, you saw what I had for lunch because I saw you saw my short that I did there. Well, you saw my beverage that I had for lunch. I was having a Bloody Mary with vegetables and bacon in it. And anyway, so that's where we hit for lunch. And it was fun. And then we got back. And so I've been fiddling around. And that's why I didn't get the thumbnail posted about doing this very early today, because I decided it was a good day for a drive. It was sunny and nice. And it was supposed to rain. And it didn't. But yeah, came back and then I watched Sparkle's video, and I'm just, you know, I'm so glad that she put that information out for us. Oh, sorry, I lean back and I go out of focus when I get back. I forgot I've switched lenses to one, and this one has a really narrow depth of field. Hi, Angie. So that she's put that video out, that Sparkle did that to really let people know about that. It's not always easy to admit when you've been thought you had taken care of things and stepped up and done all the right things, and she was doing it, and still you get taken. It's a rough pill to follow. I had it happen to me many years ago, and it was not an easy thing to have happen. And so thanks, Sparkle, for putting it out there. So Angie's here, and Deirdre, and Joanne, and Gloria, and Donna, and Joanne. Yeah, so you guys, I'm going to jump into it because tonight it's a threesome. Yeah, this set of books, I can't separate them. They go together. I never could separate them in the library, and I can't separate them with you guys either. And Layla agreed. She says they have to kind of go together. So it was called The Good, the Bad, and the Lazy. And they're by, did I even get their websites up? Let me check here. Oh, I didn't. Let me do this. Oh, I keep Jory John. Jory John is the author. Let's see, where's my iPad? Come on. Oh, it's not plugged in. That's why. So yes. Here we go. There we go. Jory John and the other author is Pete Oswald. It's a team, and they've done these books. And the books they do are just hilarious. I mean, Jory John did a book that was illustrated by Lane Smith, the guy who illustrated the math book, Math Problem. Yeah, that we read the other night. And oh, I forgot Cool Bean. I could have done Cool Bean too. Oh my gosh. Cool Bean. I forgot about Cool Bean. They're the kind of books that just make you giggle all the way through. And he has been a best-selling author, and twice a recipient of the E.B. White Read Aloud Honor recipient. Just a lot of cool things that he's done. Not that old of a gentleman, but numerous state book awards, Oregon Spirit Book, Hawaii, North Carolina. I think he's even had Washington's. And just does books that are so much fun. And then his cohort, Pete Oswald. I usually have this all together, but I went out to lunch. There's his Wikipedia, but I wonder if I know he has a website. I thought, okay, let's just do this. There we go. There he is. Yeah, again, another New York Times best-selling illustrator, an Annie Award-nominated animation production, and Angry Birds movie. He worked on the Angry Birds movie. Gosh, and Oscar-nominated Paranorman. Oh, I remember that. Just amazing different things. So their combination together that they do, gosh, the Attack of the Underwear Dragon and the Return of the Underwear Dragon. You know, sometimes the titles that they come up with, they're just too fun. You can't believe that they're this much fun. Okay, so,
How was it? Point at the map, then we'll get there somehow. The sky.
oh, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Anyway, so it's a lot of fun. And so these 3 books are going together tonight. And as I said, the good, the bad, and the lazy. So it's the good egg, the bad seed, and the couch potato. So I'm going to get started because, well, they're short, but they're still fun. And just checking in. Yeah. What's for lunch, Nathan? If you're making lunch, what's for lunch? Okay. Checking to see. Yay. Okay. Oh, hi, Helen. You made it. Nice to see you here. You, I think we're over on Tish's. I was over there for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, all right. And Nathan, are you having a premiere tonight? Oh, I know what I wanted to do before we get into the books. 2 things before we get into the books. This is the first one. Tomorrow, Sunday, March 20th at 7:30 Eastern, which is 4:30 my time, is when Gloria is having her Sunday live, doing 3 card repulls. So put that in your books on Facebook Live to join Gloria. Yay! Did you get that? Oh, hi, Sparkle. Yay. Hey, girl, I just watched your video. Thank you so much for being brave to do and put that out there. It's really important. I know how hard it is. Something like that happened to me probably 2007. Yeah, I think it was, or 2006. Yeah, it was not easy. It's not an easy thing to have happen. And whew, I'm glad you were able to catch it when you did. I'm so sorry for the hack that happened on you, but you know, we're here to support you. You've supported so many other artists, and I'm just so grateful that you're coming over here to maybe join us for the joy. All right. And it's nice to have you here. Yay. All right. Chicken sandwich for lunch, Nathan. I was going to have chili for lunch at the Whiskey Gulch, and they were out of chili and they were out of clam chowder, which tells you how busy it is when you're out of clam chowder and out of chili at a Northwest place, you know, a bar. And okay, your premiere's next week. So I went with seafood stuffed mushrooms, which were not that good. Bob had this, but what was good was my side of onion rings. Yeah. Whoa. And hard apple cider. That was good. Yeah. Okie doke. Yes. Watch it. We'll go watch it after story time. I understand what you... So you guys never worry about spelling errors with me because I taught first grade for a long time. I can decipher anything spelling because most first graders don't use vowels when they're spelling. So you kind of have to just go with it. So if you spell something or you misspell, me, I'm always hitting things wrong. And then that stupid autocorrect. Oh my gosh. It is so terrible. Anyway, so we've got Gloria's tomorrow at 7:30. And then Angie showed some of her blooms that she did. She sent me these. Very pretty, Angie. Really nicely done. It always makes me smile when I open my email and find these pictures from you guys. It's just, I think, oh, man, maybe I'll go back the car out of the garage and do something. And then I go, yeah, nope, I'll wait till Layla, because it's always more fun to do it with my granddaughters here. Anyway, so let's get started on this book, The Good Egg, the first of the three, of the good, the bad, and the lazy. The Good Egg by Jory John and Pete Oswald. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things, like I'll carry you groceries, I'll water your plants, I'll change your tires, I'll paint your house. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days, back at the store. There were dozens of us living under one recycled roof. There was Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank. Sorry. The other 11 eggs weren't on their best behavior. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime. They only ate sugary cereal. They threw tantrums. They cried for no reason, and they broke their stuff on purpose. Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behavior. I tried to keep the peace because I was a good egg. A very good egg. Nobody seemed to care, though. Every night I was exhausted. My head felt scrambled. Then one fateful morning, I noticed some cracks in my shell. Yikes! Kick me. They were everywhere. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself, the pressure of making sure everybody was good as me. I was cracking up, literally. Something had to change. I'd had enough. I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, I said. Blah, 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 they replied. I left that night. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days. The days became weeks. I lost track of time. I was alone. Out there on the road under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. I took walks. I read books. I floated in the river. I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in. I breathed out. I even started painting. For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. I started to feel like myself again. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and my friends because I'm kind of lonely out here. This time, though, I know what I need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while also being good to myself. Here we go. Everybody missed me. I missed them too. Hello, Meg. Howdy, Peg. Hey, Greg. Greetings, Clegg. What's up, Shell? Aloha, Shelly. Hey ho, Sheldon. Hi, Shelby. Good day. Egbert. What's happening, Frank? Howdy do, other Frank. Sure, every once in a while, somebody's still a little bit bad, but it's not like it was before. Here's what I realized. The other eggs aren't perfect, and I don't have to be either. I'm okay with that. Yep, the old carton is back together again. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. And that's The Good Egg by Jory John and Pete Oswald. Another one of those great books that has a super story in it, a super lesson, I guess, for the kids, and just a sweet thing. You know, just taking time for yourself. Kind of like I did today, where we went out and, hi, Julie E. Well, we took Aldo to the dog park, but it was just fun to go out and be out and about. And oh, I think I'll show you. Let me show you this, because where'd they go? There they are. Here, pull this up so you can see. It'll show you guys. And IBG, there's this. Grab my phone. So where we were, that was, I mean, this is that I took the time to do. This was over by where we had lunch. This is down at the Manzanita. It's a little tiny town called Manzanita. And what you see in the distance in the left-hand side is actually downtown Seattle, clear across the Puget Sound. And then that boat out there is a container ship, because what's happened, because there's so many containers ships out and about, and there's so many containers that haven't been able to be offloaded, and so many that are empty that are waiting, that they're actually kind of making these pop-up places, and they're posting them out in the harbor. So that's Seattle. Let me show you. Oops, that was my lunch. Yeah, there, that's downtown Seattle. You can see the Space Needle there. So this I took from my phone. I didn't know it was in the car. And it was just when it was kind of a gray day, cloudy gray. And there is actually a ferry that goes from, yeah, you can't see where the ferry, see there's that big container bit. If I go to that first one, if you go to the very far right, you see a littler boat down there. If you go past that down there, there's a ferry boat that actually, there's a ferry dock that runs from down that along there and goes over and drops into downtown Seattle. So that's what we did today. Took some time, yeah, just to see. So take some time for yourself, you guys. I had to do that today. It's been really kind of an important thing to do. Now I'm going to hop back in here, and I'm going to see if I can find the good egg. I mean, not that we did the good egg, right? I did that, and now you're gonna get, uh-oh. Come on. The bad seed. The good, the bad, and the lazy. That's it. We're having a threesome today, Julie. So if you missed the first one, there's time for the second one. Yeah. Okay, isn't he cute in the egg carton? I know. I need a good egg. Okay, like I said, I could read what you meant, Sparkle, because I'm always hitting. For some reason, the way my phone is, when I programmed, everything and touched it, I was off a little bit. I must have had, I don't know whether I had my glasses on, so I missed a bit. So when I hit what I think I'm hitting a letter, I'm always hitting the one next to it, and I always get it wrong. Okay, here we go with The Bad Seed, another book in this series by Jory John and Pete Oswald. I think this one came out first. I'm a bad seed. A bad seed. Oh, yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, that seed is so bad. When they think I'm not listening, they mumble, there goes a bad seed. But I can hear them. I have good hearing for a seed. How bad am I? You really want to know? Well, I never put things back where they belong. I'm late to everything. I tell long jokes with no punchline. I never wash my hands or my feet. I lie about pointless stuff. I cut in line every time. I stare at everybody. I glare at everybody. I finish everybody's sentences and I never listen. And I do lots of other bad things too. Know why? Because I'm a bad seed. A bad seed. I just can't help it. Sure, I wasn't always this bad. I was born a humble seed on a simple sunflower in an unremarkable field. I had a big family, seeds everywhere. We found ways of having fun. We were close. But then the petals dropped and our flower drooped. It's kind of a blur. I remember a bag. Everything went dark. And then a giant. I thought I was a goner. I thought I was done for. I screamed and I hollered, but I was spit out at the last possible second. I flew through the air and I landed under the bleachers with a huge thud. When I woke up, it was dark outside. A wad of gum had softened my fall. I felt okay, but something had changed in me. I'd become a different seed entirely. I'd become a bad seed. A bad seed. That night, that's right, I stopped smiling. I kept to myself. I drifted. I was a friend to nobody and bad to everybody. I was lost on purpose. I lived inside a soda can. I didn't care. It suited me. Until recently. I've made a big decision. I decided I don't want to be a bad seed anymore. I'm ready to be happy. It's hard to be good when you're used to being bad, but I'm trying. I take it one day at a time. Sure, I still forget to listen. And I still show up late. And I still talk during movies, and I still do all kinds of other bad stuff. But I also say thank you. And I say please. And I smile. And I hold doors open for people. Not always, but sometimes. And even though I still feel bad, sometimes I also feel kind of good. It's sort of a mix. all I can do is keep trying and keep thinking, maybe I'm not such a bad seed after all. Hey, look, there goes that bad seed. Actually, he's not all that bad anymore. I heard that. And that's the bad seed. I love that one. I think that that is such... Here's the end of it on the back screen. Let's see. Here he is on the back of the book. There is a bad seed. He's not so bad. I think that he's trying. I love it. It's another one of those simple stories that he's given it a try. And I love the way that it took a sunflower and the seed and the whole family in there, and they were all happy, and then this thing happened. The flower drooped. It's just such a great little way that the story gets put together. Let's see. Oh, if you dropped a good egg, can I make it hover all my pink board? Yes, I know. Oh, I gotta go. Okay, bye, Nathan. I know, none of them. Hey, this, you know, there's always, it's so funny. There's that element of what can you suspend disbelief on? And there's always the kids that are like, that carton of eggs should have maybe been bought, but then there's like, it's just pretty. All right. Feel better. Now look at that. Oh, yay. It is nice to be near open water. Yes, we're having 3. For me, everywhere I go, I can find water like that. And, you know, Seattle is just the way it's, and it's in some ways you can actually, like if I wanted to go down to Pike Place Market, which, you know, they have the famous flying fish, and the guys at the fish market that throw the big salmon. I mean, literally great big 30, 40-pound salmon. They throw them to each other and stuff like that. And then the original Starbucks is down there. It's kind of a tourist place. So, but driving in downtown Seattle is an absolute nightmare. But what you can do is you could park at one of those ferry docks and take the ferry across the water, and then you could go all sorts of places within Seattle. And there's a monorail that goes from downtown out to the Seattle Center and goes up to the Space Needle, and it's really lots of fun. Yay, bad seed. Oh, what a gum softened his fall. Oh, couple. Laughter is frontal lobe damage and PTSD is not his fault. He's bad. God, he's trying though. Wonder if he has a seed therapy. Oh my gosh, Julie, you guys are funny. So the next one, I have to take. Oops, there's my water. Is we're gone from the good, the bad. You know, the phrase is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Didn't want to do that. The last one of these 3 series that I have today is called, here we go, The Couch Potato. Yeah, the couch potato. I just think it's so clever that these guys came up with these little phrases: bad seed, couch potatoes, good egg, and the stories that they developed around them. Just, oh, it's just amazing. So here it comes with the couch potato. Checking in on everybody. And my favorite group is, I think I need to start story time. Oh yeah, story group too, Donna. That would be so fun. Oh, it was always at school. I would have, I read to the classes all the time when I was a librarian, and I would read different things, different books that we had, whether it was a chapter book I had going on for the older kids or these different ones for the younger kids. And then I oftentimes had kids that would come in at recess and want a story or that. And so I would sometimes have the older kids come in and they would sit and read. It was an amazing thing to be able to do. So we have the couch potato. Actually, the Chihuly Glass Museum is in Tacoma, Julie, and it is about, I drive by it frequently. It's not too far from us, Glass Museum. And if you fly into Seattle, walk around, there's Chihuly glass installations all through SeaTac Airport. It's pretty amazing. And so, yeah, if you come up, we'll go to the Glass Museum, okay? The couch potato. Here we go, the last one of our threesome. I am a potato. Not a small potato like my brother. Not a sweet potato like my mother. Not a smashed potato like my Uncle Stu. Or a mashed potato like my Uncle Stu. I always say smashed. I am a couch potato. Oh yeah, it's true. My favorite place to slouch is on the couch. I spend all my free time sitting in this exact spot. Why would I ever leave this comfy, cozy couch? I got everything a potato could need. See, I have this, and I have this, and one of these, and those, and this, and that, and these. Bunny slippers. Oh, and this, check it out. This button activates a gadget that fetches me snacks whenever I want. Bam! Impressed? And I don't have to move an inch. Much easier than going to the kitchen. If the most important thing in my life is to be comfortable at all times, then I think I've got it all figured out. But wait, there's more. I haven't revealed the absolute best part of my whole setup. It's everything you see in front of me. Have a look around. Take it all in. Pretty spectacular, right? Yeah, it's a sea of shimmering screens from wall to shining wall. What joy, what bliss! These screens feature my favorite shows. This screen has all my unanswered messages. These screens are where I play video games. And this screen is a live stream of my friend, my best spud for life. This is how my pals and I spend quality time together. It's much easier than trying to meet up somewhere like folks did in the old days, that's for sure. Yes, from this couch, I can control everything in my life all the time with just a few taps and a couple clicks. Not bad, eh? Yes, sirree, this is the life. At least that's what I thought. Until the other day. Something strange happened. There was a knock at the door. It was a delivery. Yay! Front door cam. Whoosh. It was my newest device, a video camera that would allow me to watch myself react while I was watching all my favorite shows. All I had to do was plug it in and my room, nay, my kingdom would be complete. But suddenly, everything went dark. Look out! Coming through! Whoops! Oh! Ow! Oh! I made it to the window. I pulled back the curtains. The sun seemed brighter than I remember. There was nothing better to do. So I decided to take my dog, Tater, for a walk. Outside. It had been a while. Everything was so vivid, like a high-resolution 156-inch curved screen, but even more realistic. Something smelled fresh. After a few moments, I realized that it was the air. I heard a noise, some chirps, a ringtone perhaps? Oh, but no! I looked up to see some birds. I wandered down the street from block to block and across the neighborhood. Eventually, I found a park with a hill. There was a massive tree on top. It looked like a desktop background, only it was real. I leaned against the tree. It wasn't as comfortable as my couch, not even close. But after a while, it wasn't so bad. And worries about the power outage and what I might be missing drifted away. I wasn't thinking about my favorite shows or my unanswered messages or anything else, really. I noticed the stillness, the view, the sky, the clouds, the sunset, and those colors. My goodness! It took a while, but there was no fast-forward option. But eventually the sun sank below the horizon. By the time I got back home, the power was back on. I sat on the couch. Phew! I hit the button to brush my teeth. I pulled the lever to change my pajamas. I turned the knob to watch a bedtime story. Good night, Spud. Then I noticed my reflection in one of the screens. I wondered how much of my life had been spent in that very spot. It was then and there that I made the decision to peel myself off the couch a bit more often. Maybe every day, even. And so that's what I've done. I started hanging out with my friends, my best buddies, outside. We've started biking and hiking and swimming and hiding and seeking. Sometimes we have snacks and play board games. Sometimes we talk all day. We might watch the clouds. There's no big plan. We just see what happens. It makes me wonder, what if I don't always need to be totally comfortable? What if I'm happier when I have a better balance between my gadgets and the world outside? Because it turns out that I'm more than a couch potato. I'm an amusing potato, a smart potato, a kind potato. I'm an entertaining potato, and I'm a sit on the hill and watch the sunset potato. Yes, there's a great big world out there, and I want to be part of it in person. But don't get me wrong. At the end of the long day, after I've run and played and talked and laughed with my friends, I still think it's awfully nice to slouch on the couch. And he's reading The Catcher in the Fry. It's always fun to have the kids point out to those. Anyway, that's the end of that one. It's just like, no. Yay, a book about me. It always sounds like a good idea, but it's very straight to trying to protect everything in the area of paint spills and keeping them focused. Ah, you know, Donna, a big tarp, bigger shirts, t-shirts that they put over. You know, I always told my parents, my students, the parents of my students, if the kids come home too clean, they must not have had any fun. And I'm going to make sure they have fun. So if you send them to school in fancy, nice clothes, and they come home with those fancy, nice clothes on wrong side out, it's because we were doing something fun and messy, and I didn't want them to get it all over them. But yeah, sometimes put them in charge. I had certain kids that I would put in charge of organizing that, and they would clean up after somebody else. It was always really fun to watch. I want that gadget. I wish. Don't we? I love his dog on the couch with him. Yeah. Slouchy, couchy dogs. That's so good. Why were the yams upset when their daughter? Oh. Oh my God. Julie. Oh my God. I just scrolled down and saw this. Why were the yams upset when their daughter married a common and got engaged to a russet? He was a commentator. Oh no. Oh. Oh my gosh. Tater tot the dog. Bob had tater tots for lunch at that place. How many are there now on reaction videos? Oh. And I can't remember it. I can never. My hog is calling. Okay, Sparkle's got dinner. I'm sure my husband probably is up there wondering if I'm coming up to join him today for dinner. He's making things. Nature, the best arts and entertainment there is. Punchlines. Beautiful. Oh, is it a full moon tonight? Is it? Oh, hang on. Get my moon seeker up. Are we on? Oh, Friday. Last night it was full here, so it's the end of it. Yeah, it's still looking full. Good job, Angie. Yay. Excellent. Nice. So everybody, that's story time tonight. I thought I would just let you have 3 stories that make a Saturday night threesome, and just some fun books that they take something really simple, a simple phrase, and he makes it into a cute story and a lesson. So we got the good egg, got the bad seed, and we got a couch potato. I think that kind of covers it. The good, the bad, and the lazy. I think for me, there's a little bit of all of them in me. And that's what makes us interesting. And as long as we recognize that, I think it's okay. At least in my mind it is. So it's a fine way to to end the Saturday. And I appreciate you guys coming so much. I hope that the stories brought you a few giggles, a little joy, and hanging out in the chat with you guys, talking to each other. It's a Virgo film. Yeah, I have a friend who's really into that, knows the different types of things. I'm just love to go do full moons. I oftentimes would do things with groups of people that we would go out on the full moon and do. We walked a labyrinth and do a full moon dedication and all kinds of things. It was beautiful things to do. So fun to do, but I haven't done that in a while. I might just go sit out on my deck and see if the clouds have cleared enough. Oh, the sun hasn't even set yet, you guys. Oh my gosh. Pretty soon it's going to be, I'm going to have the shade open all the time and I'm going to have sun beating in on me. All right, everybody. That's story time for tonight. I hope you guys are well, and I hope this brought you some joy and happiness and a few smiles and a few giggles, and you guys made me laugh and all kinds of things. And it's just always such a joy to be with you. I say that again and again. It's amazing. This group of people from all over brought together through fluid art and stories and stuff, and on you, and we gather together to hear kids' stories. And thank you for letting me indulge in one of my favorite things to do, even when the grandkids aren't here. I get to read to you guys. What could be better for a grandma than that? So I want to thank you and bid you good night, and have you make sure you keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around, and it's in your mirror. So until next time, let's dance this out.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous.
Don't be glorious tomorrow.
You blow my mind,
Facebook Live.
looking like a model, better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try, not average or typical. I put you on a pedestal.